What happened now? Someone, are you creative visionary? Someone. Yo! Truly, I see you. I see you. Welcome to Temple. It's a revolutionary idea. It's a revolutionary idea. Yes. It's a revolutionary idea. What we're doing here is a revolutionary idea. Oh my goodness. Hi boo. That's, oh my God, in Zili. Hi boo. Oh my God, in Zili. Yo. So, let's have a chitty chat. I cannot begin to thank every single one of y'all who's listening by hacking me, listening in through my hacking, watching on the YouTubes. I cannot begin. Well, I don't even know where to begin to say thank you. I don't even know how. Thank you so much. I gotta say to you, thank you so much. Yo, nyabonga. You know what? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yesterday, I cried, you know? Yesterday, I cried. I was telling my husband about this. And I said, you know, I think for the longest time, I've been afraid of doing live streams. Because before I used to do videos, and if I needed to cry, I would just cry and then just cut it out, edit it out. And that was inauthentic. That was inauthentic. Yeah, you know, when you tell the truth will liberate you. The truth will liberate you. It liberates years of pain, years of harm, years of tolerating awful behavior, years of shame for tolerating years of awful behavior. You know, truth is something. Truth is something. I invite you to speak truth no matter what. Number one, you're never going to die. Yes, your body will go into the ground, but your spirit lives on. Because God does not die. Okay? Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So, if you live in truth, the very last breath that you take will liberate you. Yes. You will die an easier death. That very last breath, it will be easier. It truly will be easier. You'll die a peaceful death, no matter what happens. Because your body, your nervous system is not going to be geared towards fear, fight, flight, freeze, fawn, fear. You living for freedom. I'm on 28 years of inner liberation. Nelson Mandela. His book is called Long Walk to Freedom. No, I really did it. I walked around these countries. I walked and walked and walked around these countries. 28 years. Long walk to inner liberation. After the cry yesterday, I just went and took a slow day. I took a slow day and I read. I went back into my book that I've been reading. I read 10 to 15 pages, and that's enough. A brief history of everything. That's enough. I am an avid reader and an advanced reader. I've been reading many, many years. And still, when I read that book, I have to sit with myself and say, oh, wow. Let me digest this. Let me digest this. Let me comprehend. Let me get into it. For reals. It's not one of those books that you could just read fast. You gotta think about what you're thinking about, what you've read. You gotta think about what you've read, and then you gotta think about what you're thinking about what you've read. It's one of those books. But the nature of human is not there yet. They read a book and they implement what they think they understand about the book. I've been reading this book for 2 years, and I still keep reading, and I'm just like, well, the nature of human. Focus, fools. So, what are we doing today? Thank you for being here and playing with me. Thank you for being a part of my journey as I embody truth and authentic living. Thank you so much. I don't even know how to say thank you, but I can honestly just from the bottom of my heart say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I would love for you to thank yourself for being on this journey through hacking me. And for those who watch online, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So today, I think, what is the time? 9:12. Let us start, because I've already said my thank yous. Let us start with reading. That's all I wanted to say today. Thank you. Thank you. Day 75. Physical life. The betrayal of bodily wisdom. I have not committed adultery. Marcus sits in his car outside the fast food restaurant at 11 p.m. His third secret meal of the day, betraying every commitment he's made to his health and his body's wisdom. His wife believes he's following the nutritional plan they discussed, while he systematically violates his physical covenant through secret eating that numbs his emotional pain and sabotages his vitality. His body holds the shame of living a double life with food and health. His nervous system has learned to compartmentalize, creating separate realities where his physical self-betrayal feels justified by his emotional overwhelm. The gym membership and healthy meal prep became performance of health commitment, while his authentic relationship with his body unfolds in secret betrayals that violate his deepest physical integrity. Physical adultery occurs when we betray our sacred covenant with our body through secret relationships with substances, foods, or behaviors that violate our commitment to physical health and vitality. Our nervous system creates elaborate justifications for physical infidelity, convincing us that temporary relief serves our body better than authentic care. Embodiment practice. Place both hands on your abdomen and breathe deeply. Ask your body, where do I betray you through secret behaviors that violate our sacred covenant? Feel any areas of tension or numbness and say, I choose physical integrity as an act of love and respect for the sacred vessel of my body. Let's read again. Marcus sits in his car outside the fast food restaurant at 11 p.m. His third secret meal of the day, betraying every commitment he's made to his health and his body's wisdom. His wife believes he's following the nutrition plan they've discussed, while he systematically violates his physical covenant through secret eating that numbs his emotional pain and sabotages his vitality. You know, it is this emotional pain. It is the dysregulation. It is the emotional pain. It's the dysregulation. It's the dysregulation. I had a breakthrough yesterday. And I went out for a walk. We'll get back to Marcus. I went out for a walk last night. And I went and bought cake. This whole year, I have been into cake. I love dessert. I really do love dessert. And I love Asian desserts because they don't have as much sugar. So I've been into cake a lot. And while I was walking to buy the cake yesterday, I said to myself, do I need the cake? Do I need the sugar? Because most of the time, we've been getting our sugar from fruit. But then we switch. Well, I switch. My husband loves his fruit. I switch. And then I will go to cake. And then I switch back and I go to fruit. And then I switch back and I go to cake. So yesterday I said, where does this desire for cake at 8 p.m. come from? I associated cake in my nervous system with celebration. Sugar, I'm not really much of a sugar person. Like, I don't eat ice cream a lot. Once every month or 2 months, I forget. But cake. Once a week, cake. This week has been 2 times cake. I said, where does this come from? I had a huge emotional release yesterday. And in that emotional release, I felt so much joy. Cake was a part of the celebration for me. So I enjoyed my cake without shame. I had a small little cinnamon bun, but it was like really small with icing, and I had a chocolate croissant, and I enjoyed the experience of my cake eating. Because while I was walking to buy my cake, I was having a conversation with my body. It wasn't an unconscious choice. My body said, we are celebrating something massive. Okay, I could have had fruit. True, that would have been a healthier option. But at that moment, I just wanted to have cake. So whenever you find yourself in that moment of choosing between processed food or junk food, the first place to tune into is your body. And ask, what does my body need? Number one, your body requires vitality, because your body is vitality. So it requires foods that are going to enhance vitality, nutritional foods. That is a truth. And then number 2, ask your emotional body. What emotion do I need to satiate or numb or observe His body holds the shame of living a double life with food and health. There's so much shame in this world. I think if we can just give ourselves some grace. Just give yourself some grace. You know? This is your body temple. This is the vehicle in which you're using to explore this adventure called life. This is it. When you have been programmed, indoctrinated, colonized into hating your own body, that is the foundation of annihilation. Honestly, it is the foundation of annihilation. I was thinking about it yesterday. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. No, 2:30, and I was meditating. I'm very grateful for Thailand. They have a Buddha statue that's laying down like this. And while I was ordaining as a nun, I learned a new meditation practice of just lying down. Instead of sitting up, just lying down. And I was fascinated by this Buddha that's lying down. It's this Buddha statue that's lying down, because it's in a lot of the temples. And I was like, majority of the time I've seen Buddha sitting up, But this Buddha statue is always laying down. So I asked the monk that I was ordaining with, and he said, you should always be in meditation. And that's what my first meditation teacher said, Esen Goyinke, 22 years ago. If you cannot sleep, practice the sensations on the body. And he was just such a cute man. Such a darling, such a cute embodiment of God consciousness. But Esen Goyinke, he teaches Vipassana meditation. He's now transitioned. So anyway, back to the story. 2:30, I was up. I have found that even without sitting up in meditation in the mornings or 2:30 in the morning, if I just lay in that Buddha position, it's like the sexy Buddha position. If I just lay in that sexy Buddha position, the sensations arise. So I was thinking about this. 3 days ago, I had a dream of Nelson Mandela come into my dream, but he was trying to communicate with me. He was trying to say something, and I couldn't understand what he was saying. I really couldn't understand what he was saying, but he's like talking to me, and I'm like, okay, that's bizarre. And then the dream of the woman coming in again. But this time they're just pleading and begging and crying. And I was like, oh my God, not my problem anymore. Okay, great. Then I had my session with you yesterday. This stuff works. It works really, really deeply. And then I had my release session through tears, which tears are very powerful. They really, really are very powerful. They shift energy. And then I understood why South Africa is where it is. I understood collapse. I understood racism. I understood dehumanization. I understood apartheid. And I understood the process that Nelson Mandela had begun of bringing peace, like this rainbow nation, his vision of the rainbow nation to South Africa. I remember after he was released from prison, the fear that lived in people's bodies, because I had that exact fear. Yeah, it was the fear, more so than anything else, the fear. And I understood why people drank a lot in South Africa. Violence. And then we had a process called Truth and Reconciliation. Truth and Reconciliation was a noble idea. Truly, it was a noble idea. It was a noble idea. But when you don't understand nervous system regulation, when you haven't walked that 28-year long walk to inner liberation, it doesn't work. It was a noble idea. I have been haunted by this since Nelson Mandela came out of prison, and I used to see people go to this Truth and Reconciliation commission. It was aired on TV, where people would come and tell their stories and cry. I was victimized this way. My son was killed. My mother was killed. My grandmother was hung. All sorts of these things. And I used to sit and watch TV and say, yo, these things are something. And when I started these live streams 5 weeks ago, when I started, I was talking about all of the trauma that we've experienced as humanity. But even in the African American culture, how they have experienced so much trauma with lynching, and South Africans with lynching, and I was like putting the pieces together, and I was like, okay, but like, how does my path fit here? "28 years, inner walk, long walk to inner freedom, inner liberation." Without regulating the nervous system. I don't care how many billions we throw at this idea of peace on planet Earth. It will never happen. Because honestly, South Africans can pray. South Africans? No, they can pray. That's how they got themselves out of these situations. Through prayer. They can pray. No South Africans can pray. They can pray. They can pray from 9 o'clock at night till 9 o'clock the next day. And they don't sleep. They just sing and pray and sing and pray and sing and pray. And it's called a night vigil. But in the prayer, without the regulation of the nervous system and understanding the intricacies, therapy is just the beginning. Without understanding the intricacies of it and liberating yourself and reconciliation with yourself, your authentic self, nothing is going to work. So goes for America. So goes for the whole planet. If you have nostrils, you have experienced some kind of trauma on this planet. And that trauma and dysregulation in the nervous system will show up as overeating, will show up as shame in the body and in the mind and how you think. It will show up as self-hatred. Then you want to go and harm other people, steal from other people, lie a lot. It will show up as all sorts of dysfunction. Performances, lies, delusions, illusions, lies and confusions. I am so thankful that I made it. Because for such a time as this, I chose to come to this planet. And I made it just in time. Just in time. We have been talking about peace on this planet. So many lifetimes of peace. The civilizations rise and fall and rise and fall. Atlantis, Lemuria, rise and fall. The Roman Empire, rise and fall. How many of these civilizations rise and fall, rise and fall, rise and fall? The simple truth, as Yeshua said, seek ye first the kingdom, and everything else shall be added unto you. And the Buddha, with his wisdom, sit down, shut up, and meditate. The Buddha didn't say that. It's my interpretation. Actually, it was the monk that I ordained with who said that. Because people would just keep performing, and he just got tired. He's like, Chippy, be gone! Out of my temples, Chippy, be gone! Sit down, shut up, and meditate. And if you don't want to, Chippy, be gone. This is what he literally used to say to people at his temple. I was like, okay. I guess he was tired. Honestly, he was tired of 2-year-olds coming to his temple. So, when you find yourself addicted, alcohol, sugar, salt, fats, unhealthy fats, recognize that it is a trauma response, nervous system regulation. The other day I was laughing about it. I said, let's stop judging the Muslims. The Muslims. The Muslims, leave the Muslims alone. Just leave these people alone. They are chanting the Allah Akbar down, and they do the yoga and they come back up. Allah Akbar down, they do the yoga and they come back up. Leave these people alone. Let them do their own thing. Maybe let's learn from them. They pray 5 times a day. Purify the mind. Do their yoga. Let's leave them alone. Human beings, worry about yourself. Speak truth about yourself. so that in the truth that you speak, your nervous system can start regulating itself. And in that process of loving truth, there the reconciliation happens with your authentic self. There will never be reconciliation. There will never be peace on planet Earth. I don't care what all these beings are coming. Yes, I totally believe in the Galactic Council and all of this. But truthfully, they are not here to serve our nervous system. Jesus cannot pray your nervous system into coherence. Cannot. That's why the Buddha said, please sit down and meditate. Keep quiet. So when we witness the wars continue, when we witness the collapse accelerate, when we witness the dehumanization and the rioting and the violence, here's the solution. Sit down, scan your body, figure out what emotion is running you. Is it fear? Is it anger? Is it apathy? Is it disgust? Is it sadness? Is it rage? Is it envy? Is it jealousy? Is it hope? Is it courage? Is it contentment? Is it peace? Is it ecstasy? Is it joy? Is it peace, bliss? Figure it out. Ask yourself, what is running me right now? And then once you stop and just take not even 5 minutes, 3 minutes, what's running me right now? Oh, is it fear? Is it anger? Is it grief? Is it what is running me? And you've got to understand that this idea of grief is a conglomerate of emotions. Conglomerate. An association of emotions that are just speaking. We can have all the labels, ADHD, schizophrenia, bipolar, narcissism, but honestly, in the end, it's still an emotional experience. It's still an emotional experience. And those emotions will get you to go do something. Gamble. You're going to turn on your phone. You're going to start buying crypto, start buying stocks, start going casino gambling, because you're afraid that AI is taking your jobs. Okay? It's going to make you walk out the door and go and buy junk food. Okay? It's going to suggest you have sex to feel safe, co-regulate. Pick up a drink to calm the nerves. This is what we say. Let me just pick up a drink to calm the nerves. But if you just stopped, it's not even a minute. What's running me right now? What's running me? And where do I feel this? And what action am I going to take? Is it a healthy, nutritional one? Or is it one where I'm going to kind of regret this decision in a sea of choices 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 6 months from now, like 24 hours from now, 8 hours from now? I had cake and I utterly enjoyed it. But because it wasn't very nutritious, I woke up hungry. Action, reaction. Plant a seed, you reap. I planted a seed of sugar and I enjoyed it, and I don't feel shame about the fact that I did that. But I woke up not as vibrant as I usually do when I eat a full meal and fruit for my sugar before I go to bed, and 2 hours before I go to bed. That's why we have to be accountable and say, yes, I'm going to do this. And in doing this, I know that there are consequences to doing this. Am I still willing to take the choice, make the decision in a sea of choices? Yes, okay. So I'm going to now be accountable and I'm not going to blame anybody. Until we can start having these truthful conversations, be prepared for intense amount of pain. Because in the pain, in the suffering, you will start telling the truth. When you suffer enough, that you will tell the truth. Honestly, you will tell the truth. Because you will finally say to yourself, okay, enough is enough. Oh my God, I'm in pain. I'm in hell here. What must change? But when you're still comfortable, you will live in delusion, illusion, lies, and confusion. The pain, you must go through the pain. That's why it's like, you must go through the pain. The suffering is the medicine that finally awakens you. And we're only at the beginning. We're only at the beginning of phase 2. Like, we haven't even reached the level of pain. And I think to myself, God, life of life, soul of the world, why do we need to experience so much pain to evolve? Why this? So this conversation just started off with Marcus, with fast food. But honestly, it's nervous system regulation. Because he finds himself cheating, committing food adultery at 11 p.m. At 11 p.m. Because honestly, he's hungry to just have truth and reconcile with his authentic self. Because his authentic self, honestly, his higher self, honestly, would not lead him to fast foods where he's going to harm his body temple. There's a cost. When you start to live in truth, no matter what it costs you, in that moment, you will start to recognize that it's a small price to pay compared to the hell you must experience when you live in a lie too long. Yesterday I shared with you my journey back home. In 2006, my grandmother came into my dreams and said, "Hey ntombazana, uzolahleka. You will be lost. You won't know your way back home." I thought it was my way back to South Africa. I'm like, I mean, seriously, you can just buy a ticket and get on a plane and go back to South Africa. No. My grandmother was talking about finding my way back to myself. It has taken on and off, 19 years. From 2006, when I was like, I'm going to Harvard, I have arrived. My grandmother said, hey, you will get so lost. You will be engaged in things. Oh my God. Please hear me. I'm not saying education is not good. Education is very good because it teaches you skills. But the highest education we should seek is to know thyself. And the knowing of ourselves is regulating our nervous system, and this is it. Anything else? We're going to continue with these collapsing of civilizations after civilization. And why are you so negative? I am not being negative. I am not. I am a South African who lived through truth and reconciliation after years of apartheid. And now, Americans, you are living apartheid 2.0. Actually, the whole world is. It's called annihilation consciousness. Apartheid 2.0. Okay. So, Marcus, his nervous system has learned to compartmentalize, creating separate realities where his physical self-betrayal feels justified by his emotional overwhelm. Okay? So he's emotionally overwhelmed about something. Let's just figure that he's emotionally overwhelmed right now about holiday season, his job security. How can you blame him? How can we blame Marcus? How can we blame him? Yes, you can tell Marcus, hey Marcus, you better start working out. You better start working out. This is not healthy for you. Yeah, Marcus, you're going to get sick. You're going to get really, really sick. He's just going to look at you like this and walk out the door. Because he can't hear you. He's so overwhelmed and fear is flooding his whole body. Anxiety, sleepless night, insomnia, all sorts of things. All sorts of emotions. So we will collapse. It is a done deal. It's not an option. You cannot put new wine in old skins. We will collapse, and many won't make it, but they will always come back. And they'll be stronger the next time they come back. Because God does not die. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. In the meantime, and as we are living through this collapse, recognize that it is a powerful, beautiful experience. An opportunity for you to awaken to who you are. Because on the other side of the collapse is such beauty. It's such strength. It is such wisdom. It is the greatest gift I believe that the universe can give us this time. It is the greatest gift. I never thought I would say this. No, I did. I said, name it good. Name it good. This is what I said, I think 5 months ago. Name it good. But now I see the beauty of it. It is so incredible to have an opportunity like this because for such a time as this, we get to choose to awake. So, his nervous system has learned to compartmentalize, creating separate realities where his physical self-betrayal feels justified by his emotional overwhelm. How many people are emotionally overwhelmed right now? Billions. Billions. The gym membership and healthy meal prep becomes performance of health commitment, while his authentic relationship with his body unfolds in secret betrayals that violate his deepest physical integrity. People can betray you. That hurts. It hurts a lot. It hurts so much. You stop trusting. You even believe that God has abandoned you. You have so many irrational ideas and thoughts that flood your brain when you recognize that you've been betrayed. But self-betrayal is on another level. To actually tell yourself the truth and say, yeah, I betrayed myself. I abandoned myself. And that's why it was easy for someone else to betray me. That's a truth that is that reconciles you. And once you have had your truth and reconciliation moment, let me tell you something. You will never be estranged from yourself again. Ever. No matter what happens, you will never be estranged from yourself because you know the pain of self-betrayal. But in the awakening to this truth, you will cry tears you haven't even understood. Okay? Physical adultery occurs when we betray our sacred covenant with our body through secret relationships with substances, food, or behaviors that violate our commitment to physical health and vitality. Our nervous system creates elaborate justifications for physical infidelity, convincing us that temporary relief serves our body better than authentic care. Temporary relief, I'm afraid of AI taking my job, financial insecurity. Let me gamble. Let me cryptocurrency. Let me play stocks. Let me buy Forex options. Okay, that's not bad inherently. Why is it bad? How can it be bad? But if you start losing money, this is when the madness starts, no? Okay. Temporary relief. I feel a lot of anxiety right now. I'm scared about the present, which then makes me very afraid about the future. Let me just have a drink. Oh, let me just have a glass of wine. I used to say this to myself in America. You know, I really just need a glass of wine. And then after that, go meditate. I was still on my journey. But the meditation experience was not as pristine, as clean, as when I did not have a glass of wine. Temporary relief is, you know what, I'm really scared I'm really scared about what the future looks like. I am petrified of even thinking about what 2026 looks like with this acceleration of AI. I'm really just scared. Let me just open Tinder, Bumble, whatever, these social hookup places. I was watching a girl, I don't know, a few months ago. She was like, yeah, girl, if you want to hoe, just go hoe yourself. This is where I get this languaging from the young people online. Just go be a hoe. Maybe it's not that you're a hoe. Maybe it's that you're scared. And your nervous system is flooded with so many emotions that you can't even metabolize or understand at that moment. And then you listen to someone who's like, yeah, girl, just go be a hoe. Just live out your hoe era. At what cost? At what cost? At what cost? At what cost? Embodiment practice. Place both hands on your abdomen and breathe deeply. Ask your body, where do I betray you through secret behaviors that violate our sacred covenant? I've shared with you my bentonite experience, my journey with bentonite clay. That was such a powerful journey. I encourage you, if you want to detox, invest in bentonite clay. It's super cheap. It's like $20 or something like this. Invest in bentonite clay. Where do I betray you through secret behaviors that violate our sacred covenant? Feel any areas of tension or numbness and say, I choose physical integrity as an act of love and respect for the sacred vessel of my body. Truth. This is not inner child work that we're doing here. Truth is power. Lies have a shelf life, and we're experiencing that right now. Even if you just tell the truth to yourself about yourself, you will have moments and years of like extreme self-hatred, because you will understand where you've been and what you have tolerated, what you have done, how you have been complicit. And then you've got to look at yourself honestly and say, you know, I've got to reconcile with myself here. I couldn't understand why Nelson Mandela came into my dreams. And I was like, that's so interesting. I couldn't hear what he was trying to say to me. It was a noble idea. Truth and reconciliation was a noble idea, but the wars keep going on. The poverty, the violence, all over the world. And finally, I got it yesterday. I had always understood it, but like I couldn't link it back to something. There was a block. There was a block. And immediately after I cried and released energy, moved some energy, called back my power, my energy, returned back to sender things that don't belong to me, it just articulated itself. Truth and reconciliation. Truth and reconciliation to yourself. That is the way forward. Yes, there's a lot more steps into it. There's a lot more nuances into this. Sure, human beings. Human beings, quite something. Nelson Mandela, thank you so much. Truth Seekers Detox. Elon Musk. Peter Thiel. Apartheid 2.0. I was just saying a few days ago, your purpose will show up in interesting ways. You already know what your purpose is. But the articulation of it, you must have lived it. Because until you live it, here's the problem and here's the beauty. You will speak things you do not understand. And these things will backfire on you. Because truth is power. Lies are nothing. They collapse on themselves. The South Africans are something. The South Africans are something. So, speak. What do we do today? I'm listening. We sit. We sit. Okay. Please sit up straight. Sit up straight. Shoulders down. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Please continue to take a deep breath. I'm going to transmit. Moya mi, buekaya. Moya mi, buekaya. Moya mi, buekaya. Moya mi, buekaya. Aziwelezinto, ezikwela moya wami. Aziwelezinto, ezikwela moya wami, moya wami. Moya wami, buekaya. Moya wami, buekaya. Moya wami, buekaya. Moya wami, buekaya. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. For the next 10 minutes, I would just like for us to just sit and be still. So that we can just digest what we have heard in this discourse. Think. Whatever thought that comes up, it's perfectly okay. Just think. Feel. If your mind wanders, please come back to the breath. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. If you feel overwhelming sensations, just come back to the breath. In the present moment, you are safe. You are safe. You are here. You are safe. You are safe. You are safe within your body temple. In this present moment, you are safe. You are safe. Siyabonga, siyabonga, siyabonga. Siyabonga, siyabonga, siyabonga. Siyabonga, siyabonga. Thank you, life. Thank you for this time together. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. Please open up your eyes and smile. You're amazing. Let the show begin. It has already begun. You are the star of the show. Yes. Let the lies collapse. My word is law. It never comes back void. I keep proving this over and over again, and I'm grateful that I've sat in my own truth, and the lies in my life are just collapsing. Now just collapsing, and I'm so thankful. I encourage you to live in your truth, the ultimate truth. I truly encourage you to live in the truth. This is the only thing that is going to carry you through. It is going to carry you through. Live in your truth. Tell your truth. Speak your truth. No matter what it costs you. It's minuscule. Honestly, it's minuscule to the pain you are escaping. Just live in truth. I love you. Thank you so much for being here on my journey. I'm so grateful. I have a few more of these left. How many more weeks? What an incredible journey. Two more weeks. Oh my goodness. We have 2 more weeks. Okay. Yeah. What an incredible journey. What an incredible journey. I have shared my truth, my journey. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Even the ones that are hacking me. Thank you. I love you long time, long time, long time, long time. See you tomorrow. We've got 2 more weeks left. Tomorrow is what? Friday. Then we've got 2 more weeks, and then we have like Christmas and New Year's, and then it's finished. So thankful. It was a hellish experience, but totally worth it. Go through it. You got this.